Good morning. Rainy Friday morning, and we're off to work. So I realized after I loaded the video yesterday that when I talked about getting gas and using an app, that I couldn't remember the name of the app and said that I would put the logo right here, and I never did. So here it is, right here. It's called Upside. Anyway, 13 cents a gallon, and half a tank on a truck was, I don't know, 13 bucks or whatever. Either way, still makes gas just a little cheaper. Kind of really just, I hate to say this, I know I probably said this before, and I know it's probably in the moment. I really, really am tired of coming to work one day a week. If I could get at least two or three shifts a week, it would make things so much more palatable. It'd probably make me even more miserable. I just need to win the Powerball. I won the Powerball, not the Powerball. I won on Powerball. Of course, I buy tickets for weeks at a time, but 15 bucks. I got 15 bucks back. Better than nothing. Scratch offs. Yeah, I didn't do as great. I got some money back. Enough to keep playing. That's always my goal. Just win enough to keep playing. Keep justifying the output. Doesn't take a whole lot of input to justify the output, but whatever. It's my entertainment. It's cheaper than going to the movies. Anyway, all right, that's all for now. I gotta drink my soda, get this crap out of my throat, and I'll be at the workhouse real soon. Talk to you later. All right, so I am on my way home. I don't remember if I mentioned earlier or not, but Walt has once again changed his mind about what he does and does not like to eat, and he asked me about quiche and brownies from Stroessner's. Now, trying to keep him as close as I can to a low-sodium diet, I let him know that his normal meat lover's quiche with ham, bacon, and sausage probably wasn't going to fit into that low-sodium thing very well. But also wanting to have a break from trying to cook him anything that he might actually enjoy for breakfast, which has been a little difficult at times. I thought, well, let me just see what they have as close to plain quiche, whatever plain quiche is: eggs, cream, cheese, crust, right? They had, and I got a three cheese quiche. Now, I know that cheese can sometimes be salty as well, but I figured, what the hell, it cannot possibly be as salty as the 3 cured meats. And maybe it can, but I'm going to tell myself it can't, because I still want him to have food that he, if not enjoys, at least tolerates somewhat well. Personally, I would love to have meat lover's quiche, and would eat it if I had gotten it for him, just to keep him from eating however many servings of it he would make. And I got him 6 sugar-free brownies, which is really, I mean, I like them, but they're really more of a treat for me from the standpoint of I don't have to try to figure out something else to give him as a snack before bed. Why do I give him a snack before bed? So, to keep from having him take basically 4 doses of pills throughout the day, I put his bedtime pills and his after dinner pills together and give it to him to have shortly before going to bed, but don't want him to do that on an empty stomach, which is debatable how empty his stomach would be, because we do tend to eat dinner late, but nonetheless, I just as soon give him a little bit of something that he would enjoy and would keep him from having an empty stomach. So I've been using Quest cookies and things like that are a little better blood sugar wise, and I haven't even really thought about the salt content of any of those things. But this basically gets me off the hook for 6 evenings where I can just give him one of those. So yes, the trip to Stroessner's is basically just to give me a break. They did have one. They don't often, sometimes they don't have any at all, but they had one of their sugar-free blueberry loaves. I guess it's not angel food, but I don't know what you call it. It's like a, I don't know, some sort of sweet bread, cakey thing with blueberries. So muffins, blueberry muffins in a loaf form, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. They're really good. They do jack my blood sugar a little bit, but not terribly. So I got one of those, and I'll probably eat half and have the other half for him, because it is a nice treat to have with some pecans and a cup of coffee in the morning. Yeah, buddy. Anyway, so that's that. I'm on my way home. Today is the 10th. I have done my 10K each of the previous 9 days this month. So I'm kind of at this point thinking I'll just do it every day. Normally, when I go into this challenge, what Concept 2 calls Mud Season Challenge, and if I haven't talked about this before or you don't know what that is, I'll explain. In Connecticut or New Hampshire or wherever the hell Concept 2 is based, there are a lot of trails / off-road roads, paths, whatever you want to call it, that are covered with snow throughout most of the winter. And this time of year being when things start to get warmer, that snow turns those trails, roads, streets, well, not streets, whatever, into mud. And so they call this mud season. March is mud season. So the challenge is 25 days out of the 31 of the month, you do a 5K row, or actually doesn't have to be a single session. You can do 1,000 and a few hours later do 1,000 and a few hours later do 1,000, just to get 5. But there's a second tier of that challenge where you do 10,000. And for several years, I don't know, I've been doing this Concept thing 5 or 6 years. I've chosen to do the 10,000. And it's been a challenge at times. Now that I guess I have had for a couple years now, the Ski Erg, which gives me another option because those meters are cumulative, where I can do, well, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen I've been breaking it up a lot of different ways. I can do 2,000 on one and 2,000 on the other and go back and forth till I've done 10. A couple days I've done 5 on each. One day I did 2 on one, 6 on the other, and 2 back on the first one. That just mixing it up, however, to get 10,000 meters in. So that has made it a little easier. My shoulders and feet and hand, nerve, whatever you want to call the issues in my left arm, notwithstanding, it has definitely been a little easier with 2 options for accumulating those meters. So anyway, all of that to say, I don't know how I'm going to do it today. I did an interval session yesterday, and that was kind of, it was a little easier. My time was really good for the distance covered, but I had intervals of rest in there, which is a very nice option. And Concept 2 is very nice to have that ability programmed into their machines. And I may do something similar to that today with the ski, but I'll get my 10K today. I'm pretty sure I'm going to manage to do it every day this month. And nobody cares but me, because that is kind of an accomplishment in my own mind, even though somebody might just say, oh, what's the big deal? It's not a big deal, but for me, I have an appreciation for the effort. So, anyway, um, but at some point, I do feel like I probably want to take a nap. Um, Slept okay last night, just never long enough on Thursday nights. And I go to bed earlier. I got in bed earlier last night than I have for several previous Thursdays, but still, I mean, I'd have to get in bed at 7 to get a good regular night's sleep, and I'm just not willing to go to bed that early. It's ridiculous to go to bed that early. I just assume go to bed when I go to bed and take a nap the next day. So I did stop after work and got a few sodas for the next few days and a few scratch-offs because that's my addiction. Which am I more addicted to? Sodas or scratch-offs? One has clearly done more for me than the other. One provides a nice stream of caffeine. I've had a lot of caffeine this morning, can you tell? Because I'm a little talkative and wiry, jittery. Not wiry. I'll never be wiry. Jittery, maybe. Talkative. Overly talkative. Verbose, as they say. Anyway, I do have a few phone call things I need to take care of today, but I'll probably put that off for a while because I just don't feel like it. So, anyway, I'm on my way home. It's almost 10 a.m. and I'll probably talk to you again later.
Okay, here we are. I don't even want to tell you what time it is. It is 5:16 p.m. and I am finally in the garage. My normal Friday home routine got a little askew today when I realized that the laundry I put in the dryer did not get dry because I had it sit on air fluff, no heat, after it had been there for an hour. So I kind of got an hour behind on my laundry. And consequently, sitting in the chair so I could hear the dryer when it was done, I fell asleep. Which wasn't entirely unplanned, but I just kind of didn't mean to do it that way. I really thought it would be more of an intentional nap, if that makes sense, instead of just randomly falling asleep. If I intend to get in my chair or even get back in my bed and take a nap on Friday, I'll set an alarm, which I'll usually limit hour, maybe hour and a half, not 2+ in the chair. So anyway, the only upside is it keeps me from just randomly snacking for 2 hours. Anyhow, still got to get my 10K in. I'm going to start on that here in just a minute, and motivated by the thought of having pizza for dinner, to make sure that I burn the calories I need to burn. I know that's not how you're supposed to look at food. It's not, or exercise in the relation to food, but that's how we're going to look at it today. Yesterday being a quote unquote leg day, not in the traditional sense, but yeah. So I need to get my 10K in, and then hopefully I'll leave myself enough time to get some weightlifting in. If not, so be it. I had a good run. I am trying to get myself to do some sort of weightlifting every day, as long as my shoulders hold up. So anyway, enough rambling, enough of that nonsense. I am going to get started now and probably be done talking to you for today. Either you'll see me talk some more, or you'll see me say, hey, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.